What is happening, disc golf fans, and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with another disc golf adventure. Let's get into it. Today we are in Hampton, Georgia, at the Hampton High School disc golf course called the Little Hornet's Nest. And after this review, I'm going to give a shout out to some of the people that helped me build this course. So if you're not interested in that after the 18, just click off it. If you're interested, stick around. All right, so today you saw the sign over there on the left side of this. This is the practice basket, and the first tee is right behind there, the basket. This course has gone through a lot of changes throughout the years, and starting with a 9-hole that had red, blue, and gold tees, and some of those are still there, but we've moved on and made 18 holes just because of maintenance reasons. We had a lot of people helping out, like these signs, which are awesome, from the art department. Ms. Bowen, she helped create these for the 9 holes, and we've kind of, like I said, made some changes on the course. And finally, that with a lot of courses that I'm reviewing, that some changes are made before I get to put the review down and post it. But here's a look at hole 1. The basket's right down there, just straight ahead, pretty much straight ahead. A little bit of fade to the left. And shout out to Luckyville and Disc Golf in Stockbridge for the baskets and for helping out with the course as I'm kind of going through here. Next tee signs in the baskets, hanging on the basket. These are from the engineering department, and Mrs. Wynn helped create those back in the day. And so that hole 1, just to let you know, was 379, par 3, and this is a par 58 course, 5,665 feet. It's labeled as hard. This is an easy hole, though. This is aceable. It's 180 foot. It's a curve to the left and to the basket right there. And pretty simple. Easy birdie. If you get anywhere close, it's a pretty easy birdie. The next hole is off to the right of this. There's a path. You can see this to hole 3, and this goes through those logs and makes a hook to the right and up to the right there. This one is 431 feet, par 3. It is a hard par 3. For me, it was hard to ever birdie, but 3 for sure. Pretty easy 3 as far as that goes. But like I said, 431, par 3. The next hole is off to the left here. Again, it's all marked with ribbons and next tee signs and next tee markers. So you'll be able to see that and to find that. But that's from here off to the left. This is hole 4. This is our big 575 par 5, hole 4, and it's tough. You got to get down there to where you can see about as far as you can see. The straight ahead shot, it all goes to the left, and this is where you're heading. This is kind of the layup area, heading toward the left, and from that point, it's another straight shot in that direction. It's not a. I mean, there's several lines to choose from. Suggest staying on the right. It's a little easier on the right, and a lot of the deadfall that's kind of packed in the middle is pushing and pointing toward the hole. But again, 575 par 5. Okay, so here we are looking at hole 5. It's a kind of like a J hook. It's 190 feet, but it goes to the right. And here's looking down after you made the right. And some of these trees have been removed. And then we're going to look again to the right a little more and to the basket. And then you'll see here, looking at again more of the fairway. The underbrush has been cut out, and kind of see the tunnel heading off to not tunnel, the walkway heading off to the next hole, to hole 6. So again, this is 190 feet, but it makes like a J. So you got to make a right and then a right. So here's hole 6, 232 feet, straight down the fairway, across a couple little bridges. We'll see those in a minute. But this is right where the path from hole 5 comes out to hole 6, and you're just throwing straight ahead. There's a tree right in the middle. You just really want to just get past the tree, because that's about where the water, the two little creeks are, and it's just casual on the, usually casual, but there is water there. We don't play it as an OB, just stinks if you get in it. All right, so it bridges across the water and gets you to the basket. You can see the basket, you can see the water there by the bridge. It's hole 6. And then moving on to hole 7. When you come out of here, you're just going to go straight past the basket, and walk up to this little raised area behind the. Let's see, there's a chain link fence. There's this raised area where the tee is, and then the practice football field. You want to go to the where you see the tee sign. It's 464 foot par 3. You're throwing to the open area past. There's like you'll see a kind of like a little shed. You throw past that to the open area in the woods here, and you can see the basket back in there. It's a tough par 3, no doubt. You can get up there, and you're crashing into the woods to get in there, but doable. Here you go. Again, 464 feet. You can come out of this hole, go directly behind it, and make a left to come up to the tee box here for hole 8. And this is 323 feet, and you want to throw to the practice field just on the left, because that'll give you a better look at where you're going to go throw into this hole and into where the basket is. Again, 323 feet. You want to stick, because look at the grass here in the middle. Sometimes it just doesn't get cut. The school system is struggling, I guess, with that, keeping people to cut that grass sometimes, and that's all we could do. So we kind of built around it and into the woods. All right. So coming out of here, you're just going to walk. There's a little trail to just come back out of the woods there again to hole 9, and you'll be throwing toward the corner at 288 feet here, and you can kind of see the basket just up on the upper left side at 288 feet. It's a pretty easy par or birdie. And this is a look at the tee box. Shout out to Caleb Campbell for his Eagle Scout project, putting these together, which are great. With most of them we've taken off the backboard just so you can have a run up, and just filled it in with dirt. And you can see there's the basket again for hole 9, and you can see the tee box over there for hole 10 on the left side. So again, pretty easy par, if not a birdie. Hole 10. This is a challenging par 3, and it's 401 feet, and you've got to go down this area to where the basket's raised on the right side. You just kind of see it going halfway up that hill. There actually is another basket in the woods if you wanted to play the longs and play for par 4. There it is, and that would be actually a par 4 for the long basket, and that one doesn't need some maintenance. Needs some ground, some cut grass and bushes and stuff, but it's there. Didn't get handled as much. Often we'll go right up the hill, and this is the old gold tee for hole 11. All right, that's the gold one. It's a cool shot. You can see it from here. You're throwing up to that basket in the trees up there on the island. We play it as an island. If you get to the pavement, you get in the road, it's like throwing it in the water. But it's a cool shot. But otherwise, you're going a little further in that swale area to get to the actual tee box, the blue tees, and it's pretty cool. It's only 240 feet, and you can see those 3 trees right up in front of you at the top of the hill. That's where you're aiming at. Again, that's an island, and 240 feet. It's pretty easy to get up there. Making it to the island sometimes is the challenge. So you kind of play it short, toss it up. It's a par 3, so if you get in there, cool, you can get your birdie. But otherwise, it's a pretty easy par. And here's hole 12. You're throwing so you're going back down the hill and a little bit further to the right of where you were before. You're going back down the hill and you're throwing straight ahead, but the basket's on the side of that hill onto your left. Here's a look at it. When this wasn't as cut, they keep it pretty, they've been keeping it cut much better now. Hole 12 is 329 feet, par 3. And again, just here's what I do is I throw up on top of the hill, get to my second shot to throw it to the basket, and then take the par on, again, 329 feet. The next tee is just up on the upper left side. Another look at the basket. And to your left here is where the next tee is. And you're throwing to that open area kind of behind the basket there. That just gives you kind of a good look at what you're throwing to next. Here's hole 13. And there is a Mando on that second tree. So you got to go to the left of that tree and hook around so you miss all the tall grass. And you're throwing to the wood line. It's 278 feet. There's a look at the Mando and the tall grass. So you're throwing past that and as far to the right as you can get around that tree and throw. So again, it's only 278, so it's not terrible. There's a look at the basket there on the wood line. Gives you a better look at that. And we don't have a closer, oh, there it is. Better look at the basket. So again, pretty easy par. I have not birdied that one. I have not gotten it far enough to get to a birdie, but definitely get around to an easy par. All right, from there, you walk back across the open area to the tee at 14, and you're throwing to those guy wires almost directly ahead of you. You got to miss those trees, so it's kind of challenging you that way to get to that basket. It's only 298 feet. It's a pretty easy par. If you can get the birdie out of it, good for you, man, because I have not most times. If I have, no, I have not birdied that. All right, then you're walking into the woods, open area that you can see, and it kind of leads you to the next tee, which is 15. It is marked on the pole, not from this direction, but when you're walking up, you can see where it says par or hole 15. It's only 214 feet around the corner. You're throwing straight ahead with a hook to the right, and this is what you're looking at. Easy 3. If you can get there in 2, that's a challenge for me. I don't get through these trees. That's looking back toward the tee, just to kind of show you the lines in the fairway that you're missing the trees and throwing that direction. There is an inside line. It's just harder to get to. All right, from there you just there's a trail leading you to the next tee, which is 16. Looking at here, and it's straight ahead, and it's going to hook down to the right, and there's a look at it there. So it's only a par 3. It's 216 feet, and it's just a cool shot. You got to shape your shot to push ahead with a slight right, and then straight up, push ahead and then fade back to the left if you can. So I can get there in 3 for sure. It's an easy par. Beyond that, all right. Then there's a trail from there going from the left of the basket. Follow the trail up to this is hole 17. It's a par 4, 402 foot. You're going to throw straight ahead, and it's going to hook to the right, and then downhill. All this ground clutter is gone, but it'll take you downhill. The basket's like straight ahead where you're looking at. It's just down there. And again, hold par 4, 402 feet. Pretty easy to get a birdie on that one. But let's look at the hole. So from there, you're going to the left. You're looking at hole 18, and you'll be coming out of the woods here at hole 18. Most of the tee pads have brooms that you can clear them off and get your footing. These are rubber mats, so you don't slip even when it's wet, which is kind of cool because those often are wet. But here you're looking back at the tee pad. Show you got a little bit of run up, so if you need to, you can, but it's only 255 feet, but you're throwing uphill back to that island. All right, this is back onto that island hole. Here's a look at the gap. You know, I kind of throw it with a left-hand backhand with a little hyzer to flip up and get up there. Again, I'm getting to the top of the hill, throwing it over. And here's what you're looking at, what you're aiming at are those trees, because those are the 3 trees in the island, and you're going right in the middle of that. So it's kind of cool, gives you something to aim at. So it's not a blind hole, even though you're throwing it up there. This was just another look at the trees to give you kind of a view at that. All right, so that's hole 18. I hope you like. I'll give you an idea. Here's the island. Another look at that. So when you throw up to here, you throw on the island or throw up on the layup to throw to the island and you get your easy par. But that's how that looks. Again, nice basket. Again, big shout out to Luckyville and Disc Golf in Stockbridge for helping us with the basket there. Awesome. And again, I'm going to give a shout out to people that helped build this course. So that's our 18. If kind of figure out what you're looking to throw here and leave comments down below. If you don't want to stick around for the shout outs, we'll see you later. But here again, I want to shout out to all the people that have helped us out build this over the years. We started back in 2018 with our principal, Martin. Appreciate you. And we've had a lot of help with collaboration between a lot of people. Had a lot of good people come out for the disc golf, for the clubs, and play some tournaments. So again, I appreciate all the people that have helped us out. Some of those people, again, like I said, the principal. We had Mrs. Bowen, who I showed you with the art class, or the art classes, who did the signs. Had Mrs. Roberts, who helped us with maps. You can see some of the things that we've done here, the discs. We had Mako 3 discs. We had some tags. Let's see, we had Mrs. Price help us with some golf towels. So here we are just doing some practice with the club. Here's some of the club members and players. Miss Wynn helped us with the signs at the bottom of the bat, kind of the next tee signs, and some of the signs on the board there. We had Mrs. Dole in agriculture help us with some materials and like water for the concrete when we poured, in the basket, put the baskets in the ground. Mr. Hall here, he helped us with engineering, helped us to build the sign, kind of design the sign, and put, made lights on it. Again, thank you to Lucky Villain. Oh, this was Mike with Innova, helped us with the tournaments and help cut some trees down and get some people out there to help with that. Again, Caleb Campbell, appreciate him, Eagle Scout Project. We got John Hunter, Lucky Villain, and again, some of the team. We had Mike Haney with Innova, Snag-a-Dish, Food Truck, Kevin Thompson, Stephen Camp. Man, appreciate you guys helping out and clearing the course. Appreciate everybody helping out, making this happen. It's a cool course. It's fun to play. If you haven't played it, you need to. It's worth it. It's hard. If you can get under par, but it's tough, no doubt. Again, appreciate everybody coming out and checking out the course, leaving comments, and we'll see you on the next one.